everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be learning about menstruation and puberty in biology. So puberty is the change from a boy to a man or a girl to a woman. Puberty starts in girls from the age of 8 to 14, but the average age is 12. Puberty starts in boys from the age of 9 to 14, but the average age is 13. But these can range, but those are just like the average ages. Male puberty. So what changes will occur during puberty to a boy? Well, your voice will deepen, and whilst this is happening, you might get voice cracks, which is where your voice goes funny and sometimes breaks. And you might start to sweat more. You will start to get more hair, so your pubic areas, your legs, your arms, your armpits, your face. You will usually grow a lot more. Your penis and testicles will also grow. And you will also get more hormones, which means more sperm will be produced, which could make you feel quite hormonal, and you could also get wet dreams. Now, you might start to smell, so you might have to wash more, and you also might get mood swings. Now, female puberty. Well, what changes will occur during puberty in a girl? So you might start to sweat more, again like boys. You will be able to get pubic hair and armpit hair. And the texture of your hair on your head might change. Now, girls don't tend to get facial hair that often, unless if you've got really dark coloured hair. And on the arms and legs, they usually tend to get quite fair coloured arm hair and leg hair. And if they do get some, it's not that much. Your breasts will grow. Some girls might grow taller than boys, because obviously if you think about it, they probably will get a head start to boys because they usually start sooner before boys. But that doesn't always happen. Like me, I'm quite small, so it doesn't always occur to everyone. But that really doesn't matter. Your hips will widen. So if you think, it prepares you for having a baby. And you need wide hips to be able to carry that baby because they're so heavy and you need to be able to carry it. Okay? You will start your menstruation cycle, which is otherwise known as a period. And you might start getting discharge, which is usually quite clear substance, and can become more emotional and moody, which can lead to mood swings. Okay? So some of them are similar to boys, some of them aren't. So everyone is different and will have puberty at different stages. So I'm now going to look at in detail at the menstruation cycle. So that's puberty, what we've just looked at. So we've looked at the male puberty and the female puberty. And now we're going to look at the menstruation cycle, which can only occur in girls. So you might have heard of it as a period. This can only happen in females, and it is where the body prepares the uterus in case it receives a fertilised egg. So why do girls get periods? Well, it's due to hormones changing in your body. And like I just said, it prepares you to receive a fertilised egg. Okay, and it prepares you to be able to hold that baby in your uterus. So the egg is released from the ovaries and travels through the oviducts or the fallopian tubes, as you might have heard of it, which we looked at last lesson, labelling the parts of female and male reproductive system. The egg in the uterus is in the uterus, and if the egg has been fertilised, it will grow here, but if it's not, the egg will come out in your period with the uterus lining. So, we're going to look at the stages. So, the menstruation cycle, if the egg isn't fertilised. So, stage 1 is day 1 to day 4. So, bleeding starts, and the lining of the uterus breaks down and passes out of the vagina. This is called having a period, and it usually lasts 3 to 4 days, but it can last up to 7 days, but those are just the average days that people tend to have a period. Stage 2, which is day 4 to day 14. The lining of the uterus starts to build back up again, and it makes it nice and thick, ready for a fertilised egg to land there. The egg may develop into a baby, but in most cases it won't, because if you think every time you have a period, then you're not going to just have a baby. And then in stage 3, which is day 14 to day 28, an egg is released from the ovaries, and the egg, if there was a sperm, could now be fertilised. But as I said, in most cases, it will just travel to the uterus without being fertilised, but then on the odd occasion, obviously, the sperm will come along and fertilise the egg. Okay? Sorry, let me just move this over a little bit. You can see. Okay, so, and then the final stage, day 28 to day 4, the lining of the uterus is now maintained. If an egg is not fertilised, the uterus will break down and pass out through the vagina, and the whole cycle starts again. Okay, so that's the cycle, and it usually lasts 28 days. So girls will get symptoms that their period is going to start, and they can also get these throughout their period as well. So here are some of them: difficulty concentrating, headaches, mood swings, spots, food cravings, stomach cramps, bloated, tender breasts, and tired. Now, some people say that they get sharp shoots up the bum. Some people say they get backache. So it all depends on the person. But these are just the average ones that people get most of the time. So let's have a look at the worksheets. So have a go at filling in this table. Pause the video and come back. Okay, let's move on. Have a go at this one. Okay, and have a go at this one. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. So, you had to tick who it occurs to. So the first one is sweaty and smelly. Well, that's both, because they can both get sweaty and smelly. Mood swings, again, that is both, because they can both have mood swings. Hair growth, again, both, sometimes different places, but sometimes the same place. Penis growth, that is definitely only male. Spots, again, that's both, because teenagers you see all the time have loads of spots, and they're males and females. Menstruation, that's female. Growing taller, that's both. Wet dreams, male. Erections, now this is one we didn't talk about. There's two that we didn't talk about in here, so that's erections. Now that's where you're, I don't know, you really get big and sticks out because you're getting hormonal. So that is due to hormones, and that only happens to boys. Then hormones, they both get hormones. Breasts develop, that's females. Hips widen, that's females. Now this is the other one we didn't talk about, Adam's apple. Now I don't know why you get an Adam's apple, but it looks like a lump in your throat. Let me look up why you get Adam's apples, because I think it's really important that you know all of these things. Because it might help you later in life, you don't know. So when the larynx grows larger during puberty, it sticks out at the front of the throat. Okay? So basically, this is only in males usually, because females' larynx do not grow as much as the boys does. Okay? So that's why you see boys with with Adam's apple. And not usually girls, okay? And voice deepens is both. Now, females' voices can still, get deeper. Not as deep as males, but they do still get deeper. Okay, this next one. So, we had to fill in the blanks. So, in the menstrual cycle, the ovary, releases an egg every 28 days. So each time an egg is released, the uterus must prepare itself for a fertilised egg. A thick lining full of blood vessels slowly develops. If the egg is fertilised, it passes into the uterus and attaches itself to the uterus wall. If the ovum is not fertilised, so the ovum is the egg, it's just the technical word, it passes out of the uterus. The uterus lining will begin to break down and exit through the vagina. This process is called menstrual cycle, otherwise known as a period. The menstrual cycle allows the uterus to grow a fresh lining every time an egg is released to provide fresh and healthy conditions for the growing embryo. The embryo is what grows into a baby, okay? So, then we need to label which letter is each stage. So, A is the top one. So I'll read it. So A, top, B, second, C, third, D, fourth, A, fifth, and then the last one, which was the challenge, if you got that far, if you managed to do it, was C. Anyways, I hope this has helped. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you. Bye.